Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-binaries, and transgenders, this is the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast, live from Brady Studios in Garfield, New Jerusalem. I am Darth Messiah. I am not a wrestling genius, but I play one on the internet. You can call it a gimmick. And on the phone, as always, the OG, the triple OG of the Ultra Heelz.
Y'all already know who it is. This is your boy Alex, the motherfucking Hill, aka the Stan Lee of podcasters, and also known as the leader, the founder, the CEO of Fuck the Mr. McMahon Group, and we're back at it again.
Ah, yes. And that brand new Wi-Fi sounding clear.
It does, actually.
Oh yeah. Trust me, boy. Let me tell you, bro. I'm over here watching everything, and I mean everything in clarity.
And I can finally do sound effects without cutting you off.
There we go.
I know. Tell
Nice.
you, boy, that Wi-Fi was trash. Now I'm over here getting in that ass.
And on the boards, they call him J Kid.
You already know it's your boy Steve Franchise J Kid in the building on the ones and twos, giving you that ultra wrestling heel news.
Facts.
We are here. What's going on, guys?
Man, looking for food, trying to find something to eat before I flip shit.
Oh, I see it. Oh, I hear it. Yes.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
What about you, Dorf?
Just living the life. Living the life.
I feel it.
You living the vida loca?
Living la vida loca, she had dumps like a truck. Do you know that he lost all the publishing from the thong song because of that line?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just found out about that like 6 months ago. That shit's crazy.
That shit is nuts.
That's why you don't hear that song nowhere.
I forgot he did a music video that it was like a whole scenario with like a kaiju and shit he was fighting. Like he was fighting a kaiju. Dude, he was fighting a kaiju.
That was probably Unleash the Dragon, the video.
Yes, that was it. What? He was dancing, fighting, and shit. Like, what?
It's Cisco. What the fuck do you expect?
Got me. So show me
97 Cisco was wild, or whenever that came out.
Man, shout out to DX again. It's just showing me that.
Because I was definitely in middle school when that came out. So that was like 97, 98.
Man, dude.
Bro, that was the time. That motherfucker Cisco was literally a common writer.
Not you. Dude, Cisco.
Unleash the dragon.
Now,
something I'd like to unleash the dragon on.
Of course.
Cheeks of the week.
Hey.
Cheeks of the week.
We have a first timer. Maxine Dupree, who I still don't know what the fuck she does on Raw or SmackDown or wherever the fuck what show she's on. But Maxine Dupree is in the middle.
I know what she could do. Them thighs were kind of strong.
I could use a nap. I can
go sleep for a couple of days. You know, I ain't got no problem with that.
And as you say, it's all about them angles.
All about them angles.
Maria Kanellis and those angles making that little booty pop. His little booty's
matter. I'm telling you, bro, I don't know what it is her, but she knows her angles.
She does.
Jesus.
And the one we love to hate, Eva Marie.
Yeah, we do.
Eva Marie is another person that I feel should be like, Mandy Rose, and just never wrestle. Just start getting naked and just make your millions and leave everybody alone.
I know,
unfortunately, right? I'm convinced her husband beats her, but I have no proof because he's her manager. Right. He's her manager, and they just do the strangest things. Mm-hmm. Like the WWE come back. Why did she come back? Nobody wanted her back. I'm sure he was just talking to somebody and probably joked like, "Oh yeah, we might try wrestling again." And next thing you know, she's fucking wrestling again.
Shit happened. Look, somebody wanted her back, but he no longer does creative, so you know. I wish it was Ric Flair. It'd have been more exciting.
Sure.
People power.
Whereas Ric Flair would be more entertaining when he brought her back.
And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, do yourself a favor, hop over to YouTube, watch the first 3 minutes of the show, and enjoy the cheeks because cheeks are for everyone.
Look at these. You can't leave these out. You need this in your life.
It is one of the benefits of watching the video version, but if you like the audio, that's on you. That's on you.
Hey, look,
of course.
I like when they hear my sexual little voice, but I'm gonna need y'all to come over here and see these cheeks.
Facts. And this is cheeks adjacent.
Takes it away.
It is puppies.
Puppy.
The puppies have
puppy?
returned for 2023.
Yo, let me tell you something. When she showed the boy screen, I was like, wow, did you really go back in time? Jesus.
That's what I said. It was.
It is 2001 all over again.
Yes, it is.
That's what
2001.
So that's what happened when you have kids and you try to come back to be a wrestler. They just get bigger. I need you to go have one more. Just come back.
Oh yeah, the little like residual milk or whatever. It makes them blow up.
Them shits ain't glow up. Them shits are Vince McMahon approved. That's why he got that porn mustache.
I'm surprised she didn't come out with the TNA music.
What up, Calvin?
The
I'm
original.
about to say,
TNA.
look, she should have, she could have. I'm surprised she come out there with that little ass mini skirt she used to wear. She got the
Yeah,
long
that was
jacket
the only
in the
thing
back.
missing was a skirt. That was the only thing missing was a skirt.
Like she'd have came out a skirt, wouldn't nobody be able to see under that long ass jacket. So shit, it wouldn't make that mind. But damn, boy, man, almost made me grab my lotion bottle.
It is time for Ultra Fantasy Book It.
All right, I was stuck in them damn things. What happened?
Last week was Dragon Force. We kicked the night off with a handicap match. Sasha Banks also misses Money in the Bank. She's still holding on to the briefcase. She took on the women's champion, Mia Yim, along with Gail Kim, and she won 63 to 37%.
I should have just called them the Asian Persuasion.
Basically, yes. Oh, this was our highest voting week ever. We had over 100 votes on every match. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Yes. Match
Shout out
2.
to ya.
Yeah, shout out, yeah. Respect to all those that follow us on Instagram. Ultra Heelz Wrestling on Instagram.
Of course.
Ultra Heelz with a Z. Wrestling with a G. I don't know how you spell it, but
Hey.
I wanted to make it rhyme.
Respect to all y'all to follow and kiss ass to all the ones that hate.
Yeah.
And we have time for the dumb shit.
Oh yeah.
Match 2, Finn Balor, in a Falls Count Anywhere, defeated Tommaso Ciampa, 54 to 46%. Match 3, the ECW TV champion, Kazuchika Okada, took on Sheamus in a last man standing match. And with 59% of the votes, Kazuchika Okada is the victor. Match 4, ladder match. It was a triple threat ladder match. Matt Cardona, Shelton Benjamin, and Hook. Winning by 3%. Hook.
Hey.
Hook had 40, Matt Cardona 37, and Shelton Benjamin 23.
No offense, when I voted, Shelton Benjamin had nothing. Shelton Benjamin shit was empty. That shit didn't have a percentage. I was like, God damn.
I noticed.
You fuckers.
I noticed. 'Cause I think when I voted, he had 2 votes.
When I voted, that bitch said 0. It was just Hook and what you get, Matt Cardona. I was like, God damn. I just played him. Shit.
Yeah, for real.
And our main event, and a no holds barred tag team match. We had the Hardy Boys versus Wardlow versus the man doing double duty, Sheamus. And the results was a draw.
Get the hell out of here. Really?
Wow.
A TV time draw. We went off the air with no finish.
Wow.
Of course.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Dead ass.
For real.
They just fought until network said we gotta go.
For the ECW, just cut off the cameras. Cut them off.
What up, Valdor?
Oh man, he said puppy pop. Oh, that's Calvin.
Yeah, that's coming. Network
pop.
said we can't go any longer. We got this basketball game coming on. The NBA pays us more. We got to cut this shit off.
You gotta cut it off. They gotta see LeBron in the net. They gotta get LeBron time. They can't get Roman time.
And this week's episode of Warzone, we're gonna kick the night off with Maxwell Jacob Friedman taking on none other than Tyler Breeze of Breezango. And then after the match, because we can pretty safe to assume he's gonna win.
Yeah, of course.
MJF's gonna cut a promo. LA Knight, you have wasted the last few months of my career thinking you were on par with me. You couldn't pull your weight. You can't shine my shoes. I was doing my Judaic brother Paul Heyman a favor by teaming with you. You're just a sorry sack of snake shit. Jesus. If you have the balls to do something about it, I dare you, Max Dupree. That's right, you even tried to steal my fucking name. Match 2. The Acclaimed, top of the game, you must know the name, The Acclaimed, taking on none other than the Good Brothers. Match 3. Women's champion Bayley will be taking on Toni Storm with special guest referee Indy Hartwell. And in a rematch from last week's draw, Uso and the Solo, sorry,
Very Usi.
Usos and Solo will take on Undisputed Era.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like how you said that. Usos and the Solo. Yeah, I like that. That's dope.
And the Solo.
And in our main event,
Going Dolo.
Walter, who's on quest to become a world champion. He's facing all of the former champions. This week, he will take on Jacob Fatu in a Contenders Eliminator match. And that will be our main event. Big boys doing big boy things.
Yeah.
Big beefy men slapping meat.
Slapping meat.
Slapping meat on meat on meat.
Forget your WrestleMania moments. Forget your 30-minute Iron Man matches. I just want to see two big men slap meat.
You can have your five-star matches.
5-star matches.
You can have your I forgot what else he said.
Your WrestleMania moment matches.
Bro, I'm telling you, I can't wait till Big E show back on TV just so I can hear him talk again.
That's gonna be a big pop when he comes back. I know that.
And hopefully Kofi's healthy too by then.
Yeah.
They could just have the whole team together when they come back. Yeah,
I would love that to happen right now.
Like, I know Big E is still part of the roster, and he's hurt, and we don't know if he can wrestle. Or I know Kofi's still part of the roster, and he's hurt, and he can't wrestle, and it leaves Xavier Woods by himself. But when this draft shit come, I swear to God, y'all better not split these niggas up again.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would really fucking suck if they did.
They better put all of them together.
At this point right now, you I understand that you want to draft people separately, but when it comes to these teams to make money, I need you to keep them motherfuckers together.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because it's gonna be a big pop when all of them come back together again.
Oh, can you just imagine they all could wrestle and we get them versus the Bloodline?
Word.
I would be down for that, and I think Big E would lead that, honestly, because the big return is gonna be on Big E to lead the New Day if they ever come back.
Or versus Judgment Day.
That would be first.
Judgment Day would be great. Like, Judgment Day would be great leading up to them fighting the Bloodline. But I feel like them fighting the Usos, seeing how they've been fighting the motherfuckers forever, and now they got a third person.
Yeah,
so
now they can have the 3-on-3, yeah.
It would be great to have that.
Yeah, and I guess we'll talk about later what happened between those
other
two.
We'll get those. We'll get to that. But first, AEW Collision is a thing.
Hey, it's a thing.
AEW Collision will be Saturday nights, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the death slot. That is the worst drawing TV slot during the week. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on a Saturday.
I got a question. I got a question about that. Did any of us ask for that?
No, Tony Khan did.
What a mark.
Must be nice to have money.
Yeah.
Be nice. Hold on, I have that.
I know you have it. And then I realized what you're singing, not the
I
drop.
I gotta do it for the drop. Damn, it's not even here. It's not even here. Oh wait.
Must be
Nice.
Yeah, it must be. Must be nice to have money.
Yes, AEW Collision, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Saturday.
That's all I'm hearing.
Now, Rampage has steadily declining ratings. They're doing below a 400,000 average every week. What the fuck are they going to get on a Saturday? Below 200? Because again, it's the death slot. You don't want to come on a Saturday night. Nobody's home to watch it.
No.
Or if you
Right.
are home, it's more of a family-oriented thing because you're older, you got kids. You're not just watching shit.
I'm about to say, Doc, you know what they're gonna get? They're gonna do like Sunday Night Heat and Velocity. It's gonna be pre-taped and they're just gonna show it randomly. But them dudes are gonna be like already home watching their match on TV.
No, they're talking about live because they've already changed.
Oh,
They
so
already
we're gonna go
changed.
Impact. So look, we're gonna go Impact when they was in Florida and they was paying people to come watch the show.
Yeah, basically. The first live televised event will be Saturday, July 8th. And that will be in Regina, Saskatoon, Canada.
First of all, that's a real place.
Yes.
Saskatoon.
Because also linked to this potential third brand that they're talking about doing a brand split for. It starts on Wednesday, June 21st, which is the Dynamite before Forbidden Door. That is the night everybody's rumoring CM Punk is going to return. That night in Chicago. And then on that Sunday, June 25th, you have Forbidden Door in Toronto, Canada, and that starts their second Canadian tour. And they'll be in Canada for like 2 weeks. Because again, the Saturday show on July 8th is in Regina, Saskatoon.
Regina, Saskatoon.
It's where Brock lives.
I'm about to say,
They
it
might even
sounds
do
like
it from his house.
I'm about to say, it sounds like somewhere Brock was like, you know what, I'm gonna let y'all guys just do it on the far part of my land by the mountains. Y'all can just have a match out there.
Yeah, just do it in
Just
the
don't come to
barn.
my
The
house.
seats are gonna be filled with barnyard animals and shit.
Gonna be just random. Yo, it's gonna look like a Saudi Arabia rent, but with cows walking around in the background.
You know what Brock was wearing on Raw this week, right? Brock's just gonna be standing at the gate taking money like that.
And did Trish Stratus get fucking outfits from Brock? So like
They had to talk
they
about
had
that.
to talk about
They
it.
had to talk about that.
They both had cowboy hats.
He pulled up and walked up on her. He was like, "Hey," she was like, "Yeah."
I never knew Brock had like a heel cowboy outfit.
Because he wears the hat and he saw her with the hat, but then she was wearing the jacket. He's like, "Hold on, I'll be right back."
Oh God, he wanted to be Trish. That's all it is. He wanted to be Trish back in the day.
That man saw her jacket and was like, "You gonna show us
right
gonna
back.
take it to tonight?" She was like, "What? No, I wore this too." He was like, "Oh,
Now,
all right, cool."
I'll be right back.
in the event that CM Punk does return
On the 21st.
on the 21st, who is he going to work with? Who worked with him? Everybody's saying the Bucks are saying fuck no. Then there's reports that Kenny Omega is considering it for a one-on-one. Because if you use the Bucks, then it's obviously going to be a 6-man with FTR, Bucks, Omega, Punk.
But why not consider it? Why
But
not?
the Bucks are saying fuck no. That's where they are right now. They said fuck no.
Well, fuck the Bucks. Why not consider if Kenny's considering it? Why not do it?
Right. Because then you would build to All In England.
That sounds like
This
a
is
purpose
why-
state to let all this emotion out for them.
Right.
Look, this is why CM Punk said what he said. You don't fuck with kids. You're a child. You don't want to work with this man and make this money.
Exactly. Now, the person who, out of nowhere, has volunteered to work with CM Punk, even though he called him a cancer, Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho.
Because Jericho knows, bruh. This is about money. We don't give a fuck if you're cancer or not. We trying to get this bread.
Chris Jericho don't care. He'll work with anybody for any amount of money. Just keep paying me, Tony Khan, for the next 10 years.
As long as he looks good, then that's it. Just keep paying me.
The only issue is Chris Jericho cannot have creative control in that situation.
Nope.
Somebody has to be the parent and tell Chris no.
Then we had this discussion before with in WWE with Chris Jericho and CM Punk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why we don't want it to happen because that kind of sucked.
Also, a rumor I just saw earlier, well, about 2 hours ago. What if you get Saraya versus Mercedes Moné for Forbidden Door?
I don't doubt that that's happening. Like I feel like that's gonna actually happen because of the history of that.
I don't doubt that happening, but I feel like that should happen.
I feel like that's gonna be a bloodbath, honestly, because look who took out Saraya in the first place.
Yeah, like I know she's gonna be like, I don't know if I want to do this match.
Yeah, she just don't want to either that or she just don't want to get injured and not work with her again. But, but we'll see at Forbidden Door.
Yeah,
because if that happens, Saraya will actually get a buzz out of it again, and that's what she needs to do.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you know they're gonna play with that storyline in another company. You ended my career.
Yep.
And now I get to end yours. What? That's
now
what,
I get a chance.
I would watch that. I would watch that just to watch the promo.
That's a revenge.
Yep, revenge story.
Revenge story. Exactly.
And long story term booking, like me and Dark been saying for years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another thing that's sort of long-term storytelling, MJF, Sting, and Darby Allin.
Sting.
Sting. Sting dropped some jewels. He said, stop talking about this Cody daycare stuff. I said Cody, and the truth hurts, doesn't it, Max? You had a cheerleader, a support system in Cody.
That is true.
Cody's still over in AEW. Well, now he's over. He wasn't over before, but now he's over. That got a big pop.
That's crazy. The man not even there. He's still getting popped.
Yep. American Nightmare.
But that was a good segment, and I was
It was.
kind of just expecting whatever, and that turned out to be a great segment.
I'm not gonna lower my morals to be somebody in the.
And that's who Darby Allin is. He's straight edge.
It is.
I am what I am. I don't give a shit about material things.
And right here it says MJF says morals killed, and career is in the business. You stand here like you're some sort of daredevil. I think you're gutless coward. I think you're a gutless coward. That sounds like MJF.
Yep.
I didn't see this segment particularly, so I'm just going off the words here.
But yeah, it was a great segment. It followed Darby Allin's match with it wasn't Darby. No, it was the segment after. I'm sorry, because the segment before was Buddy Matthews versus Pockets for the I-95's 24 Arctic Circle title.
Who the fuck is Pockets?
Orange Cassidy.
Okay.
Oh, Pockets.
Pockets.
Okay, I was about to say who
Pockets.
the hell is Pockets, and now it makes sense.
You know the Arctic Circle Equator Panama Sunrise champion.
Yeah.
That guy.
The 24/7, 75, 9, 80.
Western Hemisphere. Yeah, that
Pacific River champion. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. I just want to hear R-Truth call their belt something long as hell too.
We're keeping tradition. It's fine. Man, that's too funny.
Yeah. Now Bret Hart had something to say this past week.
Oh, damn.
The Hitman.
The Hitman has spoken.
What did he say?
If I can find the fucking article.
Oh.
Okay, I'm watching AEW, and I'm watching who used to be Dean Ambrose sticking a fork in somebody's head for like 5 minutes with a close-up on TV. This isn't wrestling. I would recommend turning that off. I don't watch that stuff anymore.
Anymore?
Hey, man.
Because you're an old man.
But hey, man. Hey, man, he's an old timer. He does things different. This ain't his limelight. Can't get mad at it.
Oh, DX, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Damian Priest and Paul Heyman shaking hands. We're going to get to that.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get to that. But, yeah, I mean, in a way, I agree with Bret Hart. I mean, he is who he is. He likes what he likes. He's a traditionalist. I agree with him in principle. A lot of the gory, hardcore stuff is overdone. Is there a place for it? Yes. But not every fucking week.
You know what his style is? Bryan Danielson. Even though, ironically, Bryan Danielson was trained
in a faction with Jon Moxley.
And ironically, he was trained under Shawn Michaels. But yeah, that's his title, wrestling, though. The technician wrestling, the old school tradition, whatever.
Yeah.
Even though he was a part of that, that rash attitude kind of era with the WCW.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, if Dean was born a little bit earlier and he could have been part of the Attitude Era, oh yeah, he'd have been the best hardcore champion ever.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He'd have been up here fighting Hardcore Holly and Al Snow
Raven.
every
Raven.
like 30 seconds.
I think he will have bangers with Raven. Honestly, if he had,
No,
if he was in there.
I feel like he'd have more banger matches with Hardcore Holly because Hardcore Holly ain't
True.
holding
No,
shit
well,
back.
let's go further back. Let's go back to the '90s. Moxley and Sandman, because that's basically who he is. He's Sandman.
Sandman.
Bro, if Moxley was able to get an ECW and be an ECW original, I'd be terrified.
Moxley and Balls Mahoney.
Ooh, Moxley and New Jack.
Moxley and there's a definite number of potential matches there.
Yo, Moxley and New Jack, somebody's dying for real.
Dude, it was either that or with Sabu.
Just have body bags lined up. Just have them on the
Who you
on
would
call.
think for real, Sabu or Moxley? Sabu was a crazy motherfucker.
Moxley don't sell shit though.
Sabu sells shit like a motherfucker.
Moxley don't sell.
Moxley can't sell. I don't know. He can't.
I was about to say, he can sell T-shirts. That's all he goes for.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
He can sell a song.
Some wild things.
He haven't brought that song since like the 80s and shit.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's one of his favorite movies, and that's one of his favorite songs. I was like, wow, my favorite song is "Back That Ass Up," but ain't no wrestling company gonna allow me to have that.
But yet Jake Perry could sell fucking Tarzan Boy.
Whoa. I don't know what the fuck the song is, but yeah.
Yeah, that was Tarzan Boy from what was it called? I forgot the name.
Yeah.
Panama or something like that.
Yeah.
Or some weird band. But yeah.
Mercedes Moné, who we just briefly spoke about. Uncle Dave has reported Moné has been in talks with New Japan about one more match. After April 23rd, which is going to be her final match on her current contract. Apparently, she only signed a 4-match deal, 5 matches, whatever it is. But says nothing has yet to be finalized and doesn't know when the proposed date will be for a contract extension.
You know what's funny? I'm okay with that with her for a simple fact. She got to do what she said she wanted to do. She wanted to go to New Japan. She wanted to wrestle. She went over there, not being known to most of them, showed off what she can do, and now they're out there cheering her name. At that point, I'm done. I did what I said I wanted to do, and I ain't had to be here 2-3 years to do it.
Yep.
That was on a span of under a year, for real.
Her debut was Wrestle Kingdom.
That wasn't long ago.
That was January.
Yeah, exactly. So she did that in almost 6 months.
She showed up, won the belt, and now she's leaving.
Now she's leaving.
She did something that Finn Balor, AJ Styles, Kenny Omega, Switchblade all try to do. They try to come over there their first try and just be it. And it took a while to be it. She showed up and was just it. And it's rare because you got to think about it. New Japan's been around at this point right now for the dawn era of time.
The
and
70s.
They never really had a women's division. It's for her to come over there and their newly reformed women's division, beat their champion, and then go on to fight in a triple threat and damn near fight like she's been wrestling there her whole life. That's a big accomplishment in Japan, bro. They take outcomers in, no problem. But for an outcomer that's never been there before and started there like everybody else, they come over there and still do this. I'm done. I can leave. I'm good. I'm A-okay losing the belt to wherever you want me to lose it to.
And it leaves open. Oh, I might come back to WWE. Perfect.
Word.
I can see that probably.
She went. She did again. What Alex said. She did what she wanted to do. She lived out her dream. Now she can come back to WWE if she chooses to.
I would say around SummerSlam.
I guess, yeah.
That would be a perfect
Be
time.
like surprise ending of SummerSlam.
Yeah.
She just shows up at the end of the women's title match or whatever.
She could show up at the end of whatever is going on with Lita and Trish.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'd rather take that. I'd rather take Trish and Becky Lynch go to fight and Becky don't want to do it, and you just hear Sasha Banks music play, and then we finally get the Trish versus Sasha Banks people to get way before she left with the tag team titles.
Because the storyline is now, if I'm remembering correctly from what I saw, it's the women's revolution of the 4 horsewomen versus Lita and Trish.
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of, yeah. Like something like that. Because that's what I've been hearing and Trish mentioning in their promo last night. So I feel like
I don't know what Trish said. All I saw was breasts.
That's understandable.
That's all I saw.
That's understandable, sir.
I'm muting my mic over coughing, but damn it, I said the same thing.
I don't know what she said. I just saw breasts.
She said something? I like she said some words. Wait a minute, I gotta go on YouTube.
She did say words. She did say words, sentences, and stuff. But
I didn't know she knew English.
I understand, guys. I understand. That's why I'm not mad. You know, I saw it too. I was trying to focus.
While we're on women's wrestling, Impact Rebellion. As we know, Mickie James was forced to forfeit the Knockouts Championship due to injuries. The same week, fucking Josh Alexander had to relinquish the men's belt because he's injured. But she's relinquished the title, and number 1 contenders Deonna Purrazzo and Jordynne Grace went head-to-head in the main event of the pay-per-view. And Deonna Purrazzo is now a 3-time Knockouts champion, defeating Jordynne Grace, who could have been a 3-time champion as well if she had won.
Mm-hmm. Well, she didn't. she hard on the left.
Yeah.
She could have won, but she didn't come out there with her piece on her. So she came out strapped like we said earlier. She would have won.
I pull out the Glock.
And in the semi-main event, Deonna Purrazzo's husband, Steve Macklin, no, not that one. Steve Macklin won the world championship. No, there's no slide for it.
Oh, there was no slide for it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Deonna Purrazzo's husband?
Yeah, Steve Macklin.
Oh, did not know that or did not care. 1 or 2. Don't know yet.
Well, I think that's her husband because they both of them posted on social media a picture of them with their titles and it said power couple. So I think that's her husband. 'Cause I know she got married recently because every indie female wrestler went to her wedding. Because it was literally like a week after Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona got married.
Yo, it took them forever to get married.
Yeah.
Yo, did y'all hear about the Johnny Nitro?
Oh, is that what's next?
Yep.
Yeah, that's next. Yep.
Oh, that is? Wow, look at me. I need to see the slides that I know. Damn it, I'm good.
That's the next one. What the fuck did he call himself? He gave himself a long ass nickname.
Bruh.
Johnny
Should've
Boxing.
named himself Johnny everything.
Johnny Boxing.
No, after he won, because he won by knockout, he called himself Johnny KO.
Hey, you know what? I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that too.
Yo,
But if I can find his fucking nickname that he gave himself.
Bruh,
For the
but
boxing
why
match?
does he look
Yeah.
like? But why does he look like he ate his old self to become this version of him?
Yeah, he got fucking
jacked.
big.
Dude, he got
You know,
jacked.
you know who reminded me of in the third picture? Remember when WWE had the boxing thing?
Oh, the brawl for all.
Yeah,
Yeah. Who was the dude that got knocked out by Butterbean? What was his name again?
Oh, fuck. Hold on, I'm still looking for the. Okay,
I'm about to say, 'cause he looked just like him.
he called himself the mayor of Slamtown, and then he used his full government name, John Randall Hennigan.
Oh, wow.
The mayor of Slamtown, John Randall Hennigan. That was his boxing name.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Johnny KO because that's just no.
Nah, I'm not digging that name. I'm digging Johnny KL too.
Yeah.
But no, it's too long.
Oh, Bart Gunn. That's who it was.
Yeah, he looked just like Bart Gunn.
He does look like Bart Gunn.
Now I kind of want to have the brawl for all again, WWE.
Now that he actually boxed.
Yeah, let's have the brawl for all. You can get him. You can get Logan Paul. You can get what's his name?
Brock Lesnar's not allowed. And
No.
Oh yeah,
Brock
Brock-
Lesnar's not allowed.
Keep his ass
Brock
out of
Lesnar-
there.
Brock Lesnar had to
I don't
stay
care if
home
we
on
got the
it.
UFC deal. Keep his ass out of here.
Bruh, Brock Lesnar can't even beat. Like they got to schedule it around a weird date that they know Brock is gonna be home and he can't leave. Gonna be like, this random Saturday, Brock's gonna be home. He ain't traveling nowhere. We do it that day. We announce it that Friday after SmackDown goes off.
Make sure Sable's having like her 17th facelift, so Brock has to drive her home from the hospital.
Oh damn!
Nah, I think Brock will drive her to the airport. But you can drive yourself home, honey. I'm gonna go ahead and go.
I gotta get this title. You know, that's been given to me. I just gotta show up and slam people.
All right, we're gonna take a little detour from modern wrestling. A little something that popped up the other day that I found interesting. Everybody has a quote unquote Mount Rushmore of wrestling, right? Mm-hmm. Typically, when you think of the greatest wrestlers ever, you can hit the little slide of the mountain. Everybody thinks of the all-time greats such as The Rock, HBK, Stone Cold, Bruno, Flair, Undertaker, Brett, and Cena.
Yeah, Cena.
Yeah, you gotta throw Cena in there. Now, if you couldn't use those people, who's on your Mount Rushmore?
Oh, please, you know who my Mount Rushmore is. My Mount Rushmore is the equivalent of the band Christian Wild. Because he spit and hang hot fire.
A Dylon.
He has 4 Chris Benoit personalities on Mount Rushmore.
A Dylon.
I got Dynamite Kid, WCW, Attitude Era, and ECW.
We don't like these.
No. Mine's would literally be, if I couldn't use any of these people, it would be Triple H.
Okay.
Is one. Kevin Nash is another.
Okay.
Chris Benoit would definitely be one. And the 4th person, there's a big gap between all the people now. But those main 3 would be my Mount Rushmore. But the 4th one would have to be somebody that's like really technical wrestling to me, and it wouldn't be Daniel Bryanson.
Like Angle?
He's technical, but he just wouldn't be it.
Angle?
You know what? Yeah, I would go Angle.
Okay.
That would be my Mount Rushmore.
What about you, J-Kid? You got one? Or you want to think for a minute?
I was thinking right now, like, if it ain't in this picture, I always got to go with Jeff, even though the circumstances and shit.
Road Rager.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go with Road Rager first. Mr. Road Rager. Let me see.
Change the music over to the original Mick Foley Crash in the Car music.
Razor Ramon, Scott Hall.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I would have to go with The Undertaker, of course.
Oh, no, he's on the list. He's on the band list.
Oh, he's on the band list.
He's on the band list.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he is. Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's on the band list.
Never mind. Then I would have to go with... I said 2, right?
You said Jeff, you said Razor.
Yeah,
I only heard, 2. Jeff and Razor.
I would give it to, because it's a hard list, I would give it to... Yeah, I might have to give it to Kurt, too.
Okay.
Kurt's been around for a while. And Edge.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I find it funny that a lot of people chose a Ruthless Aggression era people.
Well, some of them were from Attitude.
Like, again, on Instagram, you can follow us, Ultra Heels Wrestling on Instagram. That's Heels with a Z, Wrestling with a G.
Mm-hmm.
The most popular name was Triple H, which I'm shocked about. In my estimation, Triple H was never the guy.
Even though he said he was the guy.
Triple H has always been the guy to work with the guy to put over the guy. He put over Mick Foley. He put over The Rock. He put over Austin. He put over Undertaker. In the Attitude Era, you get to the Ruthless Aggression Era. He put over Undertaker again. He put over Cena, Randy, Batista. He was always the guy to make the guy, which is an accomplishment in itself, but I never saw him as the guy. He's really, really good, but not top guy.
Now he's the guy in charge.
Yeah.
Big Show had an interview a couple of days ago, and they asked him, what is his biggest gripe in wrestling? And he said, biggest thing is he hates the fact that people go, I'm not winning matches. I need to get more wins to become somebody. And he goes, wrestling is about entertainment. He said, as long as you're entertaining and you can draw a crowd, he was like, your win-loss don't mean shit. He said there's people out there that got lost records that are for the ages. He said, but when you say their name, you know who they are. And I was like, that's what Triple H always been. Triple H is the guy that don't have many good wins, but if you name something around a certain era, Triple H's name just comes up every time.
When you got to like 2013, 2014, Triple H got a lot of shit for not putting over like mid-card people. But again, when you start to go back and think about what he did in making all of these major stars, he can't lose to those mid-card people because then him putting over these legends isn't special.
Yeah, exactly.
So he had to be that way.
I'm about to say, we can't have a match with him and Kelvin Benjamin again.
Or Booker T at WrestleMania.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
one. That's one
definitely
everybody
can't do that
points
match.
to, which is one I think he should have done. Booker T should have won that one.
Yeah.
Now,
I think so too, because it was built up to make Booker
Yeah.
T, win.
also on Instagram, I see a lot of there's a lot of Edge, there's a lot of Angle, there's a lot of Sting, there's a lot of Guerrero, Eddie Guerrero,
Sting.
Sting.
I'll never get over that.
And there's a lot of Brock Lesnar. Surprisingly, there's very few Kenny Omegas. There's very few Roman Reigns.
Because it's mostly something from WWE.
Yeah.
It's mostly people who really watch WWE when they were kids. So
Yeah.
that's why they don't.
Kelvin's list was Guerrero, Luger, Sting, and Nash.
That's a good list, actually.
Valdor's list is Guerrero, Negra Casas, Kurt Angle, and Bret Hart. Unfortunately, Bret Hart's on the banned list.
Casas.
Yeah.
Damn.
You got to pick somebody other than Bret Hart. He's on the banned list.
I've never heard anybody say that.
Now, here's my list. Dusty Rhodes. Is Dusty Rhodes not the biggest person to not get top billing?
Yeah. I just watched a WWE legendary biography yesterday. I just watched an hour and 30-minute damn thing.
Dusty Rhodes got to be on my Mount Rushmore. Roddy Piper.
Good pick. Also a good heel.
Roddy Piper he's Ric Flair without the athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
If he was a more athletic, he would have been that much bigger of a star. It's not that his matches were bad, it's just they were more psychological, less reliant on the physical. Randy Savage. I'm surprised you didn't pick Savage. I know you're a big Savage fan.
I was like, wait, I should pick any of the Randys because if I would take if I take Kurt Angle out,
yeah,
and, I'll let Alex have Kurt Angle, I would pick either Randy Savage or Randy Orton.
Okay, so, Randy Savage. There's a lot that a lot of people take from Randy Savage, and it's not only just the elbow, there's a lot of just like subtle, the way you carry yourself.
It's the personality, the
and
charisma,
the presence.
The presence, that you exude yourself from. Like, dude, like that guy was a walking complex of different material. Like, dude could do it all just by talking.
And my number 4, Jerry Lawler. A lot of people think, oh, this old guy that never took bumps.
He took bumps.
Well, we got to go back to the 70s when he was actually taking bumps.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But in that time, in the 70s, in the 80s, working in Memphis, working for Jerry Lawler and Jerry Jarrett, the father of Jeff Jarrett, going there and learning from them was like a rites of passage. That was like a stamp of approval in your career. Mm-hmm. Whether it was you're up and coming, whether it was you're main eventing in like Florida and like you're just coming in and you've got to prove yourself. Going to Memphis was like a rites of passage. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, you had the Carolinas. That's where all the big money was with, Ric Flair and the Road Warriors, yada, yada, yada. But going to Memphis was like a rites of passage. If you could shine there, you were really a big fucking deal in the wrestling business. Mm-hmm. So I always think that Jerry Lawler needs like more credit for his career and what he gave to wrestling.
Word.
Basically, he was Dusty before Dusty.
He was.
But I feel like we need in WWE, we need a Mount Rushmore of commentators.
JR, Lawler.
JR has to be number 1 on the list.
JR, Lawler.
Lawler number 2.
Morrow. And the number 4's got to be good. Fucking Taz?
Taz, I kind of
Taz?
think Taz worked his way up to
Taz?
commentary. Because
I
nobody is going to pick Michael Cole.
No,
Nobody is
no.
ever going to
Look,
pick Michael
I'm
Cole.
about to say, look, I would keep everybody you said, but then I would get rid of Taz, and I got to go to the ECW original man. The
Oh,
voice of
yes.
everybody.
Joey
Yeah,
Styles.
yeah.
Joey Styles, yes.
You know what?
I would replace.
You know what?
Taz
I'm
with
sorry.
Joey.
I have to take Morrow off because of his shortness of his career. I have to take Morrow off. I've got to put Vince McMahon on there.
Old Vince.
Original Vince.
Young
Original. I've got to put Vince on that list.
He was good in commentary.
Vince in the early 90s and the
He
80s
was
as a
really
commentary was great. When he actually gave a shit about wrestling, he was great as a commentator.
Oh my God, The Undertaker. The Undertaker.
That's when he came with the voice with the, oh my God. I was like, wait, where'd that voice come from all of a sudden? Oh, it came back from there when he was commentating.
Wrestling. Welcome.
Yeah,
to
back when
Raw.
Vince actually gave a shit about wrestling.
I know. That's the
When,
Vince we
when,
miss.
when Vince liked us.
Yeah.
Vince actually liked this.
Anyway, moving on to modern wrestling. On Monday Night Raw, the Judgment Day.
Me and Dick did it at the same time.
Hold on, Baldo said, my Mount Rushmore of commentators is Booker T, and Booker T, Shucky Ducky, Quack Quack.
Oh, man,
Why
yes.
didn't we put Booker T on the commentary?
So on Monday Night Raw, the Judgment Day has been, they've acquired the services of the Bloodline. The Judgment Day, the Judgment Day has a bunny problem. And they have an LWO problem. And then the Bloodline, they have a Sami Zayn problem. They have a Kevin Owens problem. And they have a Matt Riddle to solve. So both bad guy teams have teamed up to solve each other's problems. Early in the show, Solo defeated Rey Mysterio. However, the Judgment Day is now in debt to the Tribal Chief because they failed to solve the KO Riddle Sami Zayn problem.
Now, before this all happened, did you guys see Solo and Rhea with the locked eyes?
Yo.
Bruh, I was hyped for that.
I was like,
first of all, are we talking about the intergender matches? Because I will want that match.
I would love this match
Because
right now.
there was the point where Heyman told Jay and Solo to switch.
Yeah.
So
Can you switch with Solo,
So
please?
can you switch with Solo, please? So then when they switch, Rhea tapped Finn on the shoulder, and she moved over to where he was, and she's still locking eyes with Solo. Like, yo, what's good?
I heard you want to fight. Yo. This makes Rhea go over like 10 times.
Yeah, and as DX was saying in the chat, to start it off, Damian Priest looking good in the suit. He shook hands with Paul Heyman on their agreement to terms.
He's the only one in the suit.
And you know what? I like that. If they're going to start pushing him as the leader of the group, I like that.
I would like it because he needs to be over.
Because if you think about it, for the last 5-6 months, it's been about Rhea building up to Charlotte. It's been about Prison Dom, and then you had Finn, in Edge because Finn kind of stole the group from Edge or whatever. Priest has just kind of been in the background. He hasn't been forgotten, but he's just been he's been the muscle. He's been in the background. Now if you're going to push him as the leader and it's time to shine, I'm all over it.
What if Backlash is all for, since Bad Bunny's going to be there and they're making this a big thing that he's going to host, this is all for Damian Priest.
I believe they're going to end up in a 6-man.
They're going to be in
against LWO.
Think about it. They're going to be in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Which, Damian Priest is the only Puerto Rican in this whole thing. So this is probably a push to Priest.
Yeah, but I believe it's a 6-man Judgment Day against LWO, and then Rhea versus Zelina. And then on the other side, you got the Bloodline against KO, Riddle, and Sammy. So they're both in 6-man matches, I believe.
So yeah, I mean, shit. I can't wait to
did
play
you
this
see
out.
Finn Balor's T-shirt?
Yes.
That shit was dope.
When you sent me that, I was like, yo, this is fire.
Finn 14
Want
staples.
And then you've got the demon face with the staples on the back.
He made that into a work. I love it. He made it into a work. Make your injuries into a work,
Yeah.
man.
Yes, use wrestling. Use wrestling. It is a tool.
Man, that's smart. That's actually smart. It probably made him go over now.
C Money in the chat said Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan are the best announced team. You know what? They're up there.
They are.
They're up there. They're up there.
I ain't gonna lie, they are up there. Gorilla Monsoon
and Bobby. Yeah, that's a good team.
Bobby Heenan had a good chemistry work. They did. Bobby Heenan was always that heel.
Yeah.
And Gorilla Monsoon was always backing up the faces. So,
Yep.
And they did it good. They did it well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And also on Raw, as we spoke about, Cowboy Brock coming out looking like Walker, Texas Ranger.
I felt like he's gonna draw his gun and shit.
It's 6 shooters.
It's 6 shooters.
The real Bullet Club.
The Mexican standoff over here. Man.
But yeah, Cody came out again, fired up, wants revenge. He's got to take out the beast and get back to his real goal, which is Roman Reigns. Finishing the story.
Which the story has been written already.
I mean,
you got a couple of chapters in there.
Yeah, there's a couple more chapters. It's War and Peace, not the Green Eggs and Ham.
Yeah, it's like a whole Harry Potter series. It's gonna probably be forever.
But yeah, Brock Lesnar in this fucking coat.
This coat, man. If
you're old enough to remember the trench coat mafia.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you who Brock reminded me of. Remember Bone Thugs and Harmony?
He looked like a Bloodborne character.
What did Kelvin say? Kelvin said he looks like
Dark Souls.
Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah.
He looks like an unlockable character in Red Dead Redemption.
Imagine he would be a lockable character.
You beat the whole game and then you got to face the Ultimate Cowboy and you start hearing dun. You're like, wait, what?
F5 a wolf or something. Oh man, this is too funny. I'm just loving his outfit.
Word.
No offense. I need that as DLC in 2K.
Hell yeah. I definitely need this.
I believe that coat is in the game.
Oh,
it's like an alternate Undertaker coat.
With pockets.
It probably doesn't have the pockets, but I'm pretty sure that coat is in the game. Undertaker wore something like that at some point.
He's got 2 horseshoes in their pockets. He's been to the farm. He was like, yo, I was supposed to replace my horse's shoes.
Valdo said Lesnar looked like he's ready for John Wick.
Yo, he might be the person that can take John Wick out.
He's coming. And those John Wick one-liners. He's about to come here.
C Money said under Lesnar.
Under Lesnar.
Under Lesnar. On May 27th, which will be Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, the 24th Saudi Arabia show. It will also be, if Roman Reigns retains the Undisputed Universal Championship, it will be day 1,000.
What? Why do I feel like there was a rumor saying that Sammy could actually be in this one?
I doubt it.
I doubt it, but people saying like, oh, they might give Sammy a chance.
I doubt it.
I don't know.
When Roman retains at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia on day 1,000, he will be a champion for 1,000 days. And some podcasts went over all the time he needs to pass the people that are ahead of him. Mm-hmm. I believe Hogan is like next year's Royal Rumble. It's like the week after the Royal Rumble. Where
he could be Hogan's.
Yeah, we could beat Hogan. And then to pass Pedro would be like Survivor Series next year. It's like right before Survivor Series next year. And then to pass Backlund is 2 WrestleManias from now, which is why people are like, oh, he's going to hold the title for another 3 years. And then to pass Bruno's shorter reign, which was the second one, it's like SummerSlam 2 years from now. And then to pass Bruno's long one, the first title reign, it's WrestleMania in 2028.
Seems unrealistic, doesn't it?
It seems like Roman gonna look at y'all and be like, "You don't get the fuck out of my face of that shit. I want to go home."
I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure he threw the belt to Triple H after WrestleMania. It's like, nigga, I was supposed to be on vacation. Why the fuck did I win?
I done called my wife and told her, "Hey, babe, go ahead and get the shit ready. We about to take this long week. Hey, bro, you win the belt."
We about to have kid number 6.
Yo.
Yeah, he's already got 5 kids.
He's got 5 kids now?
2 sets of twins.
Wow.
2 sets of twins.
I just remembered him when he had 1 daughter.
Yeah, he's got the 1 daughter and then 2 sets of twins.
Jesus.
He's been.
That man don't know how to pull out. Like he's the tribal chief, but he like
Samoans don't know how to pull out.
No, he has to make the bloodline. He has to make more of the bloodline.
If we've learned nothing, Samoans don't know how to pull out.
Look at everybody in the Samoan dynasty. Nobody knew how to pull out. The High Chief didn't know how to pull out. Telling you. The Wild Samoans either. That's how we got Roman. But yeah.
Yeah.
These Samoans.
So over the past week, Drew McIntyre and Becky Lynch have blacked out their Twitter accounts. They're both, contracts are coming up soon. They're both in negotiations. They're both unhappy with the negotiations.
They are.
They're both unhappy with their creative.
They're unhappy because Vince is back.
Allegedly. We'll get to that right after this. Where's the Drew McIntyre article? Drew McIntyre on April 14th blacked out his Twitter account. He's currently in contract negotiations, and no explanation has been given for his absence from television, whether in storyline or shoot.
But yet the Trish storyline is still going for Becky.
Yes. Becky Lynch is very interesting, especially considering the rumors floating around about her husband, Seth Rollins, who was not happy after the canceled segment on Raw after WrestleMania.
Oh, I remember that.
Seth Rollins wasn't advertised for tonight's Raw, but still appeared regardless. We'll have to see if this storyline with Trish Stratus continues, but in time, Becky Lynch should explain herself. Kind of a vague article, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get anything from that. Honestly.
Yeah, it's just kind of strange that they both did this week, and you can kind of see that they've kind of had screwy creative recently.
Yeah.
Now, you spoke of Mr. Mustache himself. Vince McMahon sent out a company-wide email stating that Triple H is solely in charge of creative. And then Nick Khan, in one of his many business channel-related interviews, Vince articulated that Paul Levesque remains the sole chief content officer. If he wants input from Vince or Vince has ideas, he and Paul are going to communicate. That's going to be the case going forward.
Still Vince in his ear. That's still.
They're trying to reassure everybody. Inspector Clouseau has nothing to do with what's happening.
That's what you say when, something's happening and they'll be like, tell him no. Tell him no, it's not happening. Even though it's happening, it's not happening. Because look at Raw. Look at the 2 weeks of Raw we had. They were shitty.
Well, the first one was bad. The second was, I think it was just trying to recover from the shittiness of the first one.
It was boring. I didn't even watch it.
I think it was Triple H trying to undo the damage. Because remember when he took over last summer? It took him, 3 months to undo the damage? By the time we got to Survivor Series, TV was a lot better. But that first month, everybody was expecting these massive changes, and he didn't rush anything. The shit that was going on, he let those storylines play out. Then he moved on to better stuff. Because if you just take that shock factor, it just fucks up what's already fucked up even worse. Mm-hmm. So I think he's just letting the crap play out, and then he'll fix it.
Hopefully. Shit.
That's all he can do.
That's all he could. I mean, he's got no other choice now that they bought it. I mean, shit.
Calvin said Vince McMahon is like a bad rash. He just won't leave. It's called herpes.
It is herpes.
It's called herpes.
It is herpes.
Vince McMahon is herpes.
And we all know Vince has probably gave him that a couple of times.
Oh yeah, one more before we go.
C Money said Trips might be in charge of creative, but who's in charge of him? And Becky went on a family medical leave. Okay.
Okay, that's what it is.
And we've come to the end of our time. This has been another episode of Ultra Heels Wrestling. I am Darth Messiah, and you, sir.
Alex the motherfucking Hill.
Good night, J Kid.
Good night to all. To all a good night. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.